June 30th, 1908. A mysterious blast shook the eastern part of Siberia. Millions of trees were destroyed and left on the ground over many, many kilometers, with the majority of them all pointing in the same direction. All the wildlife was obliterated. A fireball as hot and as dazzling as the sun was seen in the sky by nearby tribal hunters who observed the occurrence. The event became known as the Tunguska Event. The explosion is reported to have had effects of a magnitude 5 earthquake, causing buildings to shake, windows to shatter, and individuals to be thrown off their feet from 40 miles away. The catastrophe, which occurred in a remote and forested area near Russia's Podkamennaya Tunguska River, is thought to have been 1,000 times more powerful than the Hiroshima bomb. The impact devastated an estimated 80 million trees in a radial pattern from the blast zone, generating energy equivalent to nearly 185 Hiroshima bombs. The following day, magnetic storms raged across the whole northern hemisphere, resulting in odd flares, silvery clouds, and lightning strikes. The dust from the explosion hung over Europe, reflecting light bright enough for Londoners to read by at night. Interestingly, expeditions expected to uncover a possible impact crater as they made their way to the epicenter of the event, albeit years later, due to its remote location. However, no crater could be discovered as they neared the epicenter. Researcher Inokenti Suslov was able to interview two brothers from a local tribe named Chuchancha and Shikarin from the Shanyagir clan. Their tent was 20 kilometers from the location of the event that day. The brothers stated, quote, "The trees are falling. Their needles are burning. The branches are burning. My herd of reindeer is burning. All around there is smoke. My eyes hurt. It's so hot. You could burn." This morning was sunny. There were no clouds. The sun shone brightly, as always, and then, suddenly, a second sun appeared, end quote. The blast demolished their tent. Both men were burned, but both survived. Scientists and others have attempted to explain what took place that day. The scientific community assumed that either a meteor or a comet entered Earth's atmosphere and exploded a few miles above the ground. There's also speculation that the meteorite did leave a trail. In 2012, Italian experts hypothesized that the neighboring lake Cecco, which is near the reported epicenter of the explosion, is the actual crater. However, in early 2016, a group of Russian scientists discovered that the lake had been there long before the mystery explosion. Additional hypotheses include a natural gas leak that erupted underground, the possibility of it being a UFO spaceship that crashed, or the effects of a meteor destroyed by a UFO's laser in an attempt to save the planet Earth. Some have even theorized that a black hole may have possibly touched Earth, and yet others believe it was an explosion caused by scientific tests done by Nikola Tesla. According to that theory, Tesla fired a tremendous energy shot towards the Alaskan region in order to test a new invention, but he missed. According to this theory, Tesla's experiment failed, and while he was shocked by the disastrous results, he opted to remain silent about his role. This too is unproven. One thing is certain, though. Tunguska Event is still a mystery over a century later, and what caused it is still disputed today. These are interesting things with JC.